China is the world's biggest country, and as it becomes more and more affluent, it will overtake the United States to become the world's worst polluter.
Human overpopulation is the increase in growth of the human population in a certain area that exceeds the available resources. Along with an increased human population, there is also a high demand for more food and water supplies, more jobs, and more homes. This demand for an increase in production of goods not only puts a strain on the human population, but also negatively impacts the environment, animals, and plants around us. Due to the rapid increase of human population in China, a One Health approach incorporating different disciplines would address the needs and effects that overpopulation has on the air, land, and water.
Beijing's thick smog, a constant reminder that air pollution is a problem China cannot afford to ignore. But is the government really trying to tackle the issue and strike the right balance between its impressively rapid economic growth and the quality of life in its cities? China's environmental yin and yang.
The one-child policy was implemented by the Chinese government in 1979 in response to an explosive population growth. It was intended to alleviate the social, economic, and environmental problems associated with the country's rapidly growing population. However, we saw a change in October 29, 2015 as the law changed to accommodate two-child policy to support the aging population as well as economic growth. However, as the world becomes more overpopulated, we're seeing an increase in air pollution. According to the World Health Organization, China is one of the world's deadliest countries for outdoor air pollution. In 2013, the Chinese government announced an ambitious plan to curb air pollution across the nation, including setting home limits on burning coal and taking high-polluting vehicles off the roads. However, much still needs to be done, such as tightening the controls for power plants to reduce emissions, introducing cleaner fuel standards, switching to electric vehicles, and restricting the construction of power plants and other energy-intensive industries near residential areas.
I propose founding an NGO that provides services similar to Planned Parenthood. By providing young, unmarried Chinese with easier access to contraception and information about the One Health importance of family planning, we can effectively mitigate overpopulation and the air pollution it causes.
This magnitude may require generous amounts of funding to be used from large-scale productions such as finding substitutions for industrial machinery to small-scale productions such as implementing public awareness workshops that are aimed to educate those of why it is important to decrease introduction of hazardous wastes into the air. Also, there are many known modern-day constraints applied to various cities in China that are all set in order to minimize air pollution and traffic jams at certain times, such as road rationing in Beijing. Effective compromises will only become much more difficult to reach when challenged with a growing population. Though there are many more roadblocks to implementation that may occur, we are ultimately interested in seeing a permanent, not temporary, improvements in China's air quality overall.
In outreaching, we want something that is permanent, one that stays with people for years to come so that they continue their lifestyles with that information in mind. If we create a One Health organization, it'll be much easier for us to provide people with the credible information and data that backs up our goals, and in this case, controlling overpopulation and air pollution. This will make it more efficient to reach out to citizens through public education, like through classes and fairs. If we had mandatory classes that taught about these issues funded by our organization, we could reach out to a large fraction of the younger population who will eventually grow up with these ideas. Hiring teachers and mentors through our One Health organization will allow us to have a constant flow of information to the public.
There are bigger methods to getting the word out to eliminate air pollution in China. As we know, major factors contributing to smog in the environment is the abundance of vehicles on the road. We can inform people by explaining the benefits of riding their bikes, carpooling, riding the bus, or even getting an energy-efficient car. If those changes aren't possible, those who own a vehicle should make sure they're getting it maintained. That can go for small motors, such as lawnmowers or even generators. Those little things can count. As for major fuel-burning industries, I believe that if we team up with the government, we can get factories to stop burning coal and switch to natural gases. These types of changes might be very costly, but it is more important to manage the health of the people, community, and the environment.
Thanks for watching. This is Group 20 on the One Health team.